Yo, internet, when you're listening to this, and as soon as you hear me say this, if you fuck with the show, leave a comment so I could at least know that like you really fuck with the show. Because it's like, when you start looking at numbers and you just see like, it's like robotic, you know what I mean? Like, you don't really know who's listening. I mean, we do get like stats of like where the people are, and we mentioned international. I mean, there's so many all over the cities and different states, and, but leave a comment, man, so we know it's real.
I find myself like looking at the Twitter responses more than the comments because like it's an accident. Like, oh, I'm going through my notifications and I'll see like, oh, this person said it, blah blah blah. But I feel like those are always more positive than negative. And I told you, like, I had to get out of the comments because I already have so many comments in my head, and I'm my biggest critic, and I don't want to allow like your internets to change my heart.
No, listen, at the end of the day, you can never make anyone happy. No matter what you do, there's people who have done things that have become very, very successful, and I'm sure there's people who told them that either one, they were crazy, or two, they weren't doing it right. You got to believe in yourself.
Right.
Internets, whoever, this is for anybody listening. You got to believe in yourself more than people believe in you. And you really got to know that, what you're doing and your direction and the energy that you're taking means something. Because I told you, I've seen people say that people were whack and they turn into stars. I've seen, people, fold from people talking about them, people saying that they weren't good enough, and people just folded because it's tough. I get it, it's a lot of pressure on people,
Right.
and everybody wants to be the greatest, man. But I'll say, just be the greatest you. People are so worried about, being this, being that, and listen, anything you do, I promise you have a business or anything, you could give away a fucking Mercedes Benz and somebody will complain you gave away a fucking red one instead of a black one, or a blue one instead of a white one. And you're like, damn, these people, like, why wouldn't you say thanks? That's dope that these dudes are giving away a Mercedes Benz. Nope. So if you think about that, then you can understand. Don't listen to anything that anybody says, man.
Was there ever any comment that you ever like read or heard about yourself from someone else that made you feel like?
I mean, there's so much stuff out there. Not only with the Premium Pete Show. I mean,
You have to find,
I mean,
like-
I seen stuff on hundreds of pages on forums on like the Coley, and I seen things on like Nike Talk, and there's a lot of people say good. I mean, look, anything you do, somebody will say Premium Pete's an asshole. Somebody say Premium Pete is fucking hysterical. I mean, I've seen, bro. I seen someone write like, this is a funny fucking comment. I seen someone write like about the Combat Jack show. Said, bro, I love everything about the Combat Jack show except for Combat Jack. Like I seen somebody write that like years ago, and we laughed about that when we seen that. But that goes to show you how crazy it is. Like, you know what I mean? The platform that this guy is self-entitled. People are like, I don't even like this guy, but I like everything else. So it's like, I think anything you do, you got to believe in yourself. And this shit is hard, man. I mean, your fears will knock you out your box. You got to stay strong. You got to find people you believe in. You got to communicate. You got to talk. And when I say talk, you got to talk to your immediate circle. Don't talk on the internet and let everybody know what you're doing and, your main move, man. Move in silence and then come out and do what you got to do and support what you got to do. But the problem, I think, is people, and especially myself all my life, I think what happens is people look to do something, and they don't realize that if you do, in the words of my friend Dallas Penn, if you do one good thing, make sure you do another. Once you get the biggest guest that say you want, who's going to be the next?
Right.
Or once you, get the most amount of money that you thought you wanted to make in life, then how do you top that? Or once you're at a moment where you're really, really happy in life, how do you stay there or even get more happy? So, this ain't trying to turn into preacher hour here, but
You preach your Pete.
I'm talking the shit, man.
Yeah, you always dropping these gems.
So, I think that's important, man. I think it's important in anything you do. I really do. So